What are people saying about you? This is a very interesting reading. I love doing these readings. It's always nice to sort of see what are people saying about you, right? We'll dive even deeper. What is your partner thinking? We'll dive into what unseen influence are you projecting that you don't know about. So let's first off see who you are as an archetype, and this is the way that you're seen, and then we'll figure out what is being said through this archetype. Okay, so what archetype are you? Fire Guardian, ignite your passion. Ignite your passion. Okay, so Fire Guardian, so you may be a fire sign. Even if you're not a fire sign, we know that your fire is lit. I mean, you've got ignite your passions. This could easily be Aries energy as well, or Aries, some placement of the Aries in your chart. This also makes me think of Moana. They're creating a reality version of that. I was just looking at that today. I was like, oh my God, that's amazing. We've also got the triangle here, which is the strongest structure on the planet. So that's really good. You've got your wings. Okay, what are people saying about you? The hermit. You're like this, like they see you as this hermit. You're very whimsical. You're like the sage, right? Also, this is Virgo energy. It's like the calling of your highest power. You're igniting your passions. And so when people come around you or see you, they see you as this all whimsical king or queen, the crone, the Four of Swords. You've been through a lot of battles, a lot of dark battles. Like you're very interesting. So, like you're very isolated. They might see you as a very isolated individual who has been through a lot of battles, cleared a lot of wounds, carry a lot of wisdom because of all of those battles and wounds that you've experienced. The Ten of Cups, like a safe place. A place where you feel seen. You're like the nurturer, the mother, the father, nurturer. The King of Wands, more fire energy. It's like you ignite people's souls. And when they encounter you, you always leave them better than how you found them. And just to be sure that you're seeing your own value in this, I'm going to pull a twin flame card because this is pretty awesome to be seen as somebody that is safe. Somebody they have maybe not witnessed all your wounds and everything that you've been through, but they are very clear to honor those within you. And the other thought that I get here is I can tell you that this is how what people are saying about you and how they're seeing you. But if you're still attached to old stories of the past where you didn't feel seen, heard, or honored, you may still be experiencing that energy because you haven't let go of the old identity of who you think you were, or somebody told you who you were. And so that's why I want to see what you may be alchemizing. Okay. Divine order, practice patience. And because this fire energy is here, you could be seen as an individual who pushes, forces, exposes, stands in your full authority. And sometimes your messages, when you deliver them, aren't the delivery is not the delivery that somebody expected. So, and that's okay. In order to expose darkness, we have to be willing to confront it. And that's what I see here. Somebody willing to confront the darkness, somebody willing to leave the old identity behind, somebody willing to see a vision that is something somebody else didn't see. And the hermit standing here, people are, you make them feel like there's enough to go around for everybody. You make it safe for them to confront their wounds and express them in the way that they need to. You give them possibility. You give these people possibility. You give them insight. Look at the sun is shining. This individual is standing there looking out into the new land. Currently, there's a little bit of a stagnation here and emptiness, but you haven't let go of that vision. You're not looking back. You're always looking forward. You're always reminding people of who they are, igniting their passion through your fire. And the King of Wands here, I mean, he's creating his own fire with his two hands. And this is very masculine, of course. But we have a nice mixture of masculine, feminine. And these two sort of look exactly the same. One's in color, but these two masculines look somewhat the same. And I also, through the chilling of my body, feel like there's somebody coming in for you as well. They've heard about you. They've been looking for you. They've been seeking you. You're exactly what they've been looking for, is what I'm getting. Divine order. And I'll read this divine order, practice patience, so that we can sort of see what you're alchemizing and translate that into outer influence. But the planet you are on is introspection. The 12th house, introspection. All of your chakras are lit up. You are answering the higher calling. Acknowledging the trials and tribulations, releasing yourself from the old identities, stepping fully into this platform that you're stepping into. Practice patience, though. I like that because sometimes things take time. And so if you've just started a new journey, or you have been working with other people, you have been answering your higher calling. Are you still in the way of free giving, or oh yeah, you may be giving freely. So you're learning a lot about yourself through this journey, through this introspection, opening up all your chakras. So patience is the ultimate virtue. You are experiencing many challenges that teach you tolerance, trust, and timing, all requiring you to practice patience. So I did just do a collective zodiac lineup reading, and so there may be some Capricorn here. We've got Virgo, Capricorn, we've got Pisces, Aries, Gemini, love, psychological release, and the building blocks. So this is like an accumulation of energy that you are vibrating at right now. A major life lesson that you must master for your soul to evolve. This card suggests that you release control and allow divine guidance to direct you, which demonstrates that you trust the process. Practicing patience will enhance your ability to connect with your senses and teach you to let go of the idea you are only one who can achieve what you perceive as perfect or the right way. That's great message. So when you are guiding others, when you're working with others, I just I create this reading and I give it to you. And I'm so eager and excited if you leave me feedback or send me a message or say something about it. But for the most part, I'm not dwelling on the message. I'm delivering it and then moving on, taking from the reading what resonates with me and just allowing the energy to flow where it needs to go, just like Reiki, like a Reiki practitioner. When I do facilitate Reiki, it's going where it needs to go. I am not the problem solver. I am not trying to figure you out. I am open and receive and love to receive insight. I'll write it down, give it to you. If it makes sense, great. If it doesn't, give it a couple of days because it eventually will. But the energy is always exposing new possibilities. This card implies that you need to get out of your own way by releasing logical concepts and surrender control, creating space for you to receive blessings that will far exceed the expectations of your mind. Rushing the process will cause you to make hasty decisions. This diminishes your ability to create at your highest capacity. Make a commitment to exercise self-control, which will enhance your ability to live more consciously in the present moment so you can attract your greatest potential. So you are at this time attracting your greatest potential. You're answering the call to your higher will. Don't let divine order get in the way. If you are not patient, we easily can stop. We easily can give up. We can easily go in a new direction, but you just have to stay the course and let itself work its way out. It's like these readings that I'm doing. I just started really diving deep into this platform about a month ago, and I still am sort of lost when it comes to direct target. And I feel like as I do all of these readings, we are just unlayering each layer little by little. And I'm not in a hurry. I am just answering the call. And this is how you're being seen. You're somebody that has the capacity to hold. You know there's enough to go around for everybody. You're very good at staying on course. People can see their life unfolding through your eyes. We just want to make sure that you are also honoring you through this process. You are this mentor. You're completely lit up. People love your energy. You need to have loving boundaries. Loving boundaries say, I am well taken care of. My space is clean. I am cleansed. I'm not solving problems. I'm not trying to figure anybody out. I am a generator of divine energy. And I am just here and present. The unseen influence, again, is you are walking in the 12th house. This is the underworld. If you didn't know, it's the underworld. It's really where you start to heal all of your wounds, like deeper wounds. And we do that by thinking about what people think about us. Like every time you have a thought about what somebody thinks about you, that's a wound. Doesn't necessarily mean that's what they're thinking. Doesn't mean that. I just want to see look at that. The healer just fell out. Yeah, this is beautiful. This is great. Okay, your partner. In your partnership, how are you being seen in your partnership in real time? The castle, the safe place, the container, the possibility. This can also be walls, Be the witness. Are you receiving intimacy? Are you receiving what you're giving? This is very, very important. This is also Taurus energy. There's so much beautiful energy in here. So in your relationship, make sure there is reciprocity. It's nothing ever wrong with the partner that you're choosing. The only thing that becomes wrong is if that partner hasn't created their own boundaries. And so you have to do that for the relationship so that there's, right? It's like when somebody comes into your life and they have a structure and a foundation and they have order, and you come into their house and there's a certain place for everything, and your house may just be chaotic and no order. And so having that order in your life is very healthy. And once that order gets created, now you have a container where you're freely moving. Now you're more free and more liberated, because creativity and flow needs a safe space to flow free. It's still boundless, but it just needs a platform. It just needs a container to be able to flow freely. So I love you guys. Super honored to be here. Like, subscribe, share this with a friend. We are here and we must support each other. Mwah! I love you so much. I'll see you in the next video.